Welcome back to Small Room Audio and the all killer, no filler, super snappy review series. Today we're talking about power, in particular the Mytek Brooklyn Amplifier Plus. This is a Class D power amplifier with a dual mono design, which pumps out a whopping 300 watts per channel at 4 ohms or 250 watts at 8 ohms, meaning it will be able to run pretty much anything you throw at it. And if you need more oomph, well, you can buy a second one and work it in bridge mode to really piss off the neighbours. So let's take a look at the box. It's small, presented in a half rack enclosure and weighing in a light and fluffy 3 kilograms. Try finding a Class A or AB amplifier that light, it simply won't happen. So with that in mind, it's very easy to put into your system, move about with you and even travel to another room or a friend's house. On the back, it has RCA and balance connections and a pair of standard speaker terminals. It's reasonably attractive and has a good fit and finish, which is reflective of its £2,500 price point. This is marketed as serious hi-fi, and I can confirm that you'll receive that and it will tick those boxes. So, the important bit, what does it sound like? Okay, let's take a minute. Let's talk about break-in. It's the idea that you let your equipment run for many hours before it reaches its pinnacle, its best self. And although it is a little bit controversial, I do believe in it. Normally I reserve it for focusing on speakers because they have moving mechanical parts. And here it's all about electronics, so does break-in matter for the Mytek? Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes it does. Because when I first received the Mytek, it sounded thin in body and rough in the top end. But after leaving it on for a week and going back to it, the little box was transformed and there wasn't a small or subtle change. The sound was now alluring, smooth, powerful yet refined, suddenly a real joy to listen to. In fact, given the power draw is so minimal, I'd leave it in standby mode, just to retain that really nice feeling of sound. It's not romantic though, not in its sound signature. It's not a tube amp, it's not Class A, and it definitely delivers more for fans of extreme detail, dynamic punch, bass control, rather than body or sweetness and texture. But it does deliver, and it earns its place as a true reference Class D amplifier. Where I was most impressed actually was soundstage. It's really, really wide, whilst remaining natural, very focused and exciting to listen to. Speaker matching is of course really important, and I would err towards something which is less tipped up or incisive, such as maybe a Dyno Audio Evoke 20 or a Bucar S300 or 400, just to give that right sort of balance. But you aren't going to think it sounds bad if you did pair it up with a Focal, B&W or Klipsch. It's just in my subjective opinion, those sort of speakers match better with something which is like a tube amp or Class A, which has a bit more body. So a Schiit Freyo and a Gear stack would work really well there, as it does with quite a few different speakers. But your subjective taste will vary. So in summary then, if you want a very good, very powerful Class D power amplifier, the Mytek is a serious contender for your money, as long as you don't expect it to be romantic. And also remember, it won't put out on the first date, it's going to need to be warmed up first. So that concludes our Mytek Brooklyn Amplifier Plus review. If you like the video, please do like and subscribe, and in fact, why not tell all of your hi-fi buddies about what we're doing here? Spread the word about our little community over at Small Room Audio. Hopefully we'll see you back here very soon.